Hey everyone, Vintage Sewing Machine Garage here. You are looking at a table. I think some of you have seen this in the background of one of my other videos. It has now come up in my, I don't know if you want to call it the queue of restoration, but of course I want to tend to the table and the Singer 201 that was rescued along with the table. The 201 is currently out and awaiting its turn. But I wanted to show you this, guys, because the inside of this table has some, has some rough areas, but it's the inside is is about as good as it gets as far as condition, if you will. And what I'm going to be doing today is showing you guys, what should you do if you get a table that looks like this. So here it is. This is the condition of this table. It is rough. In fact, if you look over here, and there's a good chunk over here, a lot of the original lacquer and color is missing, but there is some. Now I looked at this and I thought, okay, do I really want to sand this? No, I do not. If I do, I could almost justify doing that, but then I'm going to lose what remains of the original color. And then I'm going to need to go back with probably a stain that's going to get me close to this. And then I'm going to go back, of course, with presumably the shellac. But that's not something I want to do, because now I'm tipping over into the refinishing side of things, and I really don't want to go there. So what could I do? If I put Restore Finish right directly on here, as I've mentioned before, this is going to be very dark, and it's going to look very splotchy compared to the rest of the table. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to take my shellac and I'm going to basically just, again, do one coat like I've done on my other tables. And it is going to fill in and add some darkening to those bare wood areas, but it still should not be nearly as dark as it would be if I put stain or even the Restore Finish, which has a lot of oil and color in it, even though Restore Finish is not technically a stain, but it has staining qualities, which is what I believe helps it fill in all those little micro scratches that it does such a good job of hiding. So here I am taking, again, I'm using the shellac as what woodworkers in the past would have basically called a sanding sealer, right? It seals in the pores of the wood, and then it can be sanded to sort of even out the surface before you apply stain and varnish, in this case shellac. Now let's take a look. I've got a few areas that have got paint in here. Again, I'm not planning on refinishing. However, Restore Finish with a little steel wool, I now have the steel wool that I'll be using on it later. It has the capacity to remove some types of paints. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of avoid the paint areas so that maybe the Restore Finish can have a shot at them. But I am going to fill in these bare wood spots, because again, if I don't, the Restore Finish, it'll do its job, but it'll do it a little too well. And I'm trying to keep, again, as much evenness as I possibly can. So even though I know when you see this on camera, it should be showing that, oh, he's getting those lighter areas darker. I am, and I want them to be darker, just not as dark as the Restore Finish. So again, you see me, you think, well, gosh, you're not doing this evenly. But remember, my purpose here is not to give a whole new coat. I'm basically I'm doing this on a spot basis, right? I don't know if this is a term or not, but I'm spot sealing the surface here so that when I go back with the Restore Finish, as you've seen on a couple of the other videos, what that's going to do. Now, if you look at the surface, again, it's a little more even, right? And it should be more even still when I come back. I'll take steel wool and the Restore Finish after this is dried, and that should make a difference. Now, I'll let you guys see if we can get this Okay, I moved the camera a little closer so you guys get a little bit better picture of what's going on here. So again, you'll see this end is really rough. I mean, there's areas where there's nothing. I mean, nothing left. I don't know why. I don't know. Who knows what happened to this poor table over its lifetime. But the cool thing is, the table is still very functional. It's not loose, it's not cracked, it's not really damaged. It's just aesthetically, well, it's seen better times. And if you think about it, wood is very porous. It absorbs and releases moisture. And I know, because I remember where I found this table, it was sitting in a garage. And yeah, it was a garage with a door and all. It wasn't a carport. But, after decades, I think the table was doing the best it could, given the circumstances. So again, I don't know. A lot of times people do the best they can, and I'm just, I try to be grateful to the person who kept this all those years, because they didn't even have to keep it. And some people don't understand just how valuable these tables are, and one of the reasons I made the videos was to try to communicate that. You may have a true diamond in the rough and you don't even realize that you have it. So there you go, guys. We're not done yet. This is the table with its only coat, the only coat I plan on giving it of the shellac, acting as a sealer to even things out as best we can. It's not going to be perfect, but the idea is that it will be a big improvement, just like you saw on the Maple Singer 185J table and some of the work I've been doing on the other tables here, just wanting to show, how you can do this. How do you get something that looks really rough to look better? And when we're done, hopefully it'll look good enough, to show off in your home. And if there's a little patina on it, so what? I like to think that the table has earned it. But again, incredible pieces of furniture, and I intentionally, purposely did not sand this. Again, refinishing furniture is an art form. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of time, and many of my clients that's not what they're looking for, but they want to clean their table. They want to kind of conserve it and protect it. And that's what we're doing here. So we're just getting started, and so stay tuned. I'll be coming back with a restore finish on this and the Necchi table as I get these pieces up and running and ready. Thanks for watching. If you have not, consider subscribing to my channel, and you can click on the bell symbol. It will let you know when a new video is coming. If I do a premiere on the video, I try to do that so I can load videos, because I'm not always home, and I have a better chance of having a more steady stream of videos when I'm getting them made. It's easier to post them that way. So anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Stay tuned, and we've got more videos coming here. I promise I will be making the video on that $66.99 felt wick that I keep talking about. And if you have any ideas for videos that you haven't seen yet, let me know. And I sure appreciate you watching. Take care.